Hello, my name's Carl and welcome to Worth a Watch. This is my watch review channel where I concentrate on usually inexpensive or reasonably priced timepieces. If you're not already, please like and subscribe below. It really helps me in the channel. So I'd like to say Happy New Year first. It's early part of January 2021. I'd like to get into a review about the Hamilton Khaki Field watch, the mechanical. Let's have a look. Now this Khaki Field Mechanical is the second Swiss timepiece that I actually purchased, and I went for the white dial variant because I'd already got a Seiko that was a field style watch. I've got a review of that Seiko in one of my other videos. It's a great watch, but I'd already got a black dial variant. So when it came down to picking the Hamilton, it was back in the days where you could walk into a store, there was none of this coronavirus rubbish, and you could speak to a dealer, have a look, and in the window, the white really kept popping out to me more so than the rest of the watches, especially on this supplied green NATO strap. So I just want to go through some of the specs of the watch so you can have a good look at it, because I do think it's got an unusual set of specs, but it's got a rich history. It was probably the first mechanical watch that featured hacking, the predecessor back in the 50s, and it's kept really faithful to that design. It's faux patina is not to everyone's liking, but personally I just think, look, how many people have distressed jeans nowadays? It was never a style before. It's a style thing now. People don't really care about it anymore. Yeah, in 30 years time you may have a problem with the fact that the faux patina is now, actually degraded, but it's going to not be an issue going forward. So let's have a look at the specs. I'll go through what I really like about the watch, what I don't like so much about the watch, potentially some alternatives. I mentioned one of them already, and whether I think it's a great watch that you should buy under £500. Let's have a look. So here's the watch. I've got the white dial variant. There is olive and black dials as well. It comes on a nice supplied strap, military style NATO with leather keepers. It's got a signed buckle. It's really nicely done. The case back is quite plain. It's hiding the in-house caliber H50. It's got an 80-hour power reserve. It's essentially a slowed down 4 hertz at a movement. It now beats at 3 hertz. It's a signed crown, the Hamilton logo, sandblasted case, drilled lugs, curved lugs, quite long, but they do fit around the wrist okay. There's clean white printed dial as well. The printed Arabic numerals are gloss, and then you've got a old radium color superluminova with loomed syringe hands. I'll pop a loom shot above shortly. It's also got loomed second arrow and 5-minute indices. Some AR coating on a piece of domed sapphire, and it's a nice grippable crown and winding feel. That's a loom shot there. It's okay, the loom. It's not going to win any awards, but it's okay. So time to get the calipers out on this. So case size wise, it comes in at 38 millimeters there. It's a really brilliant size on wrist. I really like these vintage sizes. It's very thin, 9mm thickness, but let's face it, with these lugs, you probably not going to use a two-piece strap. You're going to wear a NATO. So with a NATO, it comes in at 12mm. So it wears a little high off the wrist because of that. Now, crown-wise, it's not screwed down. It's not got crown guards. It's 6.3mm, which is probably perfect for this. You forgive it not having a crown guard or screw down, with it being a manual wind. 47mm lug to lug, an odd size for such a small watch. Wears a lot larger than you'd expect. Strap wise, 20mm. So with the drill lugs, it's a bit of a strap machine. I have tried it with leather, Admiral Blue, but it wears great with the supplied strap. And that's how it looks on my 6.5-inch wrist. Very light, comfortable. Lugs are probably about as long as I dare to go. I use the third strap hole from the end. Let me just double check. Yeah, so it will fit a smaller wrist. I probably wouldn't recommend it with the lugs, but it definitely will fit much bigger wrists. So I'm fairly new to YouTube watch reviews, but I try to subject every watch to the same level of scrutiny, and I found something rather odd. So here we have my selection of the Dirty Half Dozen, a selection of watches across different price points, and I've got the trusty Diamond Selector 2. So I'm going to test the crystals on here. So this one's a Seiko. Obviously, it's got hard legs. I've got a Pilot, which is escapement time. It's got sapphire. So just test that. Then the red, sapphire, all good. Tarnished GMT next. So that should have sapphire. So let's give that a check, see if it goes into the red. Great stuff. Next is a Pagani design chronograph. Again, sapphire. So let's have a little look at if that one shows up in the red. Yeah, not a problem at all. So I've just thrown my next watch off the table. Let's get that back quickly. So this is another Swiss watch, a Tissot Visa Date. So the Visa Date should have sapphire as well. Absolutely. So next is the Hamilton. And just have a look at this. No red. Gets into the amber, quite high into the amber, but it stops dead. So I tried it again, this time with a Tissot, just to make sure it wasn't a calibration thing. So absolutely fine. The Pagani. Yeah. Sapphire. And then the Hamilton. Now, in fact, I tried this test 4 times with the Hamilton and got the same exact result each time. So is it sapphire coated crystal, a very thin piece of sapphire? I genuinely don't know, but please leave me a comment if you do know. You can pick up this Hamilton in the white direct from the website for £395. Amazon was no cheaper, but Jomashop was significantly cheaper at £256 plus tax. Just remember their import tax and they operate their own warranty. Links below. So there you have the specs of the Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. Now, I absolutely adore this watch. For all the pros and cons, I've got to say that in 2020, I've had this watch for about a year now. There's only 2 watches that I repeatedly opt to take out of my watch case, and it's either the Casio G-Shock, which is solar powered, which is a bit of a rugged watch, I can wear it anywhere, or this. Now, I did say one of the niggles previously, which was the sapphire crystal is seemingly not as good as other watches that I've got on the collection that supposedly have sapphire crystals. I mean, it's a Swiss company, Swiss-owned company by a Swatch Group. Don't think they're going to try and diddle us over a piece of sapphire, but it just doesn't seem 100% right. The other thing is the water resistance is 50 meters. Now, it's not a dive watch. I'm not going to be going into the shower every day with it, but seeing as it's a field watch.
Hold your horses, Carl. Didn't you say something earlier about alternatives? Well, a much cheaper option is a watch that I reviewed previously on the channel, a Seiko 5 SNK 809. You can pick up one of the cream dial variants up from Croatian watches for under £100. Get a different strap on one of these bad boys and you're in business. But as I was recording this, a miracle happened. Marc at Long Island Watches just posted a release of his Islander 40. So it's an automatic watch, very much the same look of my Hamilton in the white colourway. Now, I can vouch for the quality of his watches because I bought my girlfriend a purple SKX 013 homage, and it was really beautifully spec'd, great quality. They've managed to produce a watch halfway between the Seiko and the Hamilton, but solve the issues of the Hamilton. So it has 100 meters of water resistance. It'll cost a damn sight less to service with an NH36 movement, non-patented loom. I'll put a description and a link below, but it's £138. Amazing. Just remember the import tax. Anyway, back to Carl's mini rant.
That is something that I know the automatics do have 100 meters of water resistance, but it would have been nice to have had on this. All that being said, it's a fantastic watch. It's an absolute bargain for the price. It's a Swiss-made watch. It's got heaps of history. It's got a military spec background. You can't really get anything close to it for the money. And I would massively recommend it. I do really, really love wearing this watch. It's so easy to wear. It's so light. You forget you've got it on. And it's just, in a digital world, something this analog to have a look at. The dial display, how simple it is, for example. It's just a joy to look at, and it helps to keep me grounded personally. And not many bits of jewelry, watches, etc. can really do that. So I highly recommend it. If you're thinking about getting one, just get it. I love the white dial version. I know loads of people like a more traditional black dial, but whichever colourway you go for, whether you go for that or the olive one, in fact, they're all great looking watches. I do prefer the strap to the leather, but because of the drill lugs, you can swap it out for as many straps as you want. It is a bit of a strap monster. So here's to a great 2021. I hope this year is better than the last. Hope you enjoyed this review. I'll put a link in the description below. And again, if you haven't already liked and subscribed, it really helps me in the channel. Wish you a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.